Welcome to the North Dakota School for the Deaf, serving the deaf and the hard of hearing people in North Dakota since 1890.
The first North Dakota School for the Deaf was housed in a building provided by the citizens of Devil's Lake and attended by 23 deaf and hard of hearing students. In 1893, a permanent site for the school was donated by Great Northern Railroad. In addition to the academic and vocational programs, the school was engaged in a comprehensive farming venture. In the early 1950s, the school phased out its farming operation, with the state of North Dakota selling the farmland to the city of Devil's Lake for use by the Devil's Lake Public Schools and the University of North Dakota Lake Region. Today, NDSD encompasses 30 acres of land and continues to provide a high-quality educational and social environment for deaf and hard-of-hearing students and their families.
Are you guys ready for news? Okay.
The North Dakota School for the Deaf utilizes specialized methods of instruction based upon each child's individual education plan. Each student's program emphasizes the development of receptive and expressive language skills in the areas of speech, writing, reading, auditory processing, sign language, and finger spelling. NDSD provides a comprehensive program covering a broad spectrum of disciplines, including traditional academic offerings, vocational preparatory education, special studies, physical education, and art.
The Leaders at Casablanca Conference.
Students from NDSD are mainstreamed into public school programs with supportive services. These programs educate students in the least restrictive environment, while at the same time providing a total environment rich in language acquisition opportunities. Students also participate regularly in community activities and cooperative athletics with the public schools. Through the joint efforts of the academic and residential living programs, both the day and residential students have the opportunity to grow emotionally, intellectually, and socially in a 24-hour-per-day educational and language-rich environment. A highly qualified residential staff provides a home-like atmosphere with nutritious family-style dining and a wide selection of social and leisure activities. Academic support is provided through tutoring as well as structured language experiences, which provide expansion of the students' communication skills. The residential curriculum, which is taught through weekly language projects, includes areas such as deaf culture, daily living skills, and safety skills.
Remember, same time. Okay?
Health services are available 24 hours a day by a professional healthcare staff. Attention is focused on the total wellness of the student by monitoring programs for each student's medical, dental, and optometric needs. Health service professionals provide updates on medical issues to NDSD staff, students, and families. The North Dakota School for the Deaf follows the standard school year, with the students going home every weekend during established school vacations and for the summer months. In addition to instruction for deaf and hard-of-hearing youth ages 3 to 21, NDSD supports a parent-infant program for deaf and hard-of-hearing children ages birth to 3 years. Through the Sky High curriculum, families of deaf and hard-of-hearing infants receive instruction in the home in the areas of audiology, speech, language, auditory training, and education options for their child. As a state agency and as a center of expertise on deafness, the North Dakota School for the Deaf has a responsibility to serve all students of the state of North Dakota. It's because of this commitment NDSD has expanded from its traditional role of service provider to deaf and hard-of-hearing students to that of a resource center on deafness. The NDSD library contains various types of media and materials used by students, professionals, and families of deaf and hard-of-hearing students. NDSD houses a regional depository of captioned films and videos for the deaf. Consultative services are provided to education programs, state agencies, and businesses to meet the needs of deaf and hard-of-hearing individuals and their families. Presentations, classes, in-service training, and evaluations are provided by NDSD professionals with expertise in audiology, psychology, sign language, and deaf education. The Communications Department supplies information on deafness, assistive listening devices, sign language, and interpreting. Through this department, interpreting services and instruction in sign language and deaf culture are presented to NDSD staff, families, and local agencies. As part of the state resource concept, the North Dakota School for the Deaf provides extensive summer programming. NDSD sponsors summer camps for deaf and hard of hearing students and a family learning vacation for families from North Dakota. From 1890 to today, the North Dakota School for the Deaf continues to serve deaf and hard of hearing students with current, consistent, high-quality programming. The North Dakota School for the Deaf, rich in history of service to the deaf and hard of hearing of North Dakota. The North Dakota School for the Deaf, looking back with pride, looking forward with confidence.